All right. Okay, let's begin. Come at the front of your mat. Legs hip width distance apart. Okay. Hands at the side of your hip. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to the center of your chest. Inhale all the way down and back. Exhale all the way down. Place your palm down. Bring your right leg to the back. Knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, hands down. Parvadasana, mountain pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee down, chin down, chest down. Astangasana. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, Shashangasana, child pose. Inhale, Magriyasana, cat pose. Look up. Exhale, Parvadasana, mountain pose. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your right leg forward, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up your chest. Push your hips down. Exhale, hands down. Straighten your knee. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Bring your left leg back. Knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands down. Parvadasana, mountain pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee down, chin down, chest down. Astangasana. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, Shashangasana, child pose. Inhale, Majriyasana, cat pose. Look up. Exhale, Parvadasana, mountain pose. Now bring your left leg forward, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands down, straighten your knee. Inhale all the way up, second round. Exhale all the way down. Bring your right leg to the back, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up your chest. Push your hips down. Exhale, hands down. Parvadasana, mountain pose. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee down, chin down, chest down. Astangasana. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, Shashangasana, child pose. Inhale, Majriyasana, cat pose. Look up. Exhale, Parvadasana, mountain pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your right leg forward, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands down, straighten your knee. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Bring your left leg to the back, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up chest. Exhale, hands down. Parvadasana, mountain pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee down, chin down, chest down. Astangasana. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, Shashangasana, child pose. Inhale, Majriyasana, cat pose. Look up. Exhale, Parvadasana, mountain pose. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your left leg forward, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, hands down. Straighten your knees. Third round, last round. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Bring your right leg to the back. Knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, hands down. Parvadasana, mountain pose. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee down, chin down, chest down. Astangasana. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, Shashangasana, Child pose. Inhale, Majriyasana, Cat pose, look up. Exhale, Parvadasana, mountain pose. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your right leg forward, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands down, straighten your knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Bring your left leg to the back, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands down. Parvadasana, mountain pose. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee down, chin down, chest down. Astangasana. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, Shashangasana, Child pose. Inhale, Majriyasana, Cat pose, look up. Exhale, Parvadasana, mountain pose. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your left leg forward, knee down, feet flat. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, hands down, straighten your knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to the center. Inhale sideways up. Exhale to the center of your chest. Okay. Last one. Astanga Surya Namaskar A. Second Surya Namaskar. Okay. This is a fast one. Come, let's do. Excuse me. Okay. So in this Astanga Surya Namaskar A, your feet has to be together. Position. This position is called Samastitihi. Roll your shoulders behind, hands at the side of your hip, feet together, toes together. Stay like a rod. Okay? All right. Samastitihi. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Forehead touching your knees. Inhale, look forward. Place your palm down. Bend your knees. Exhale, jump or walk to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Push your shoulders in, knees straight. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, jump or walk forward. Place your leg together. Okay? Exhale, all the way down, forehead touching your knee. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Second round, Samastitihi. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Forehead touching your knees. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, jump or walk to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Knees straight. Push your heels down. Hands straight, your shoulders engage. Push your shoulders in. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, jump or walk forward. Place your feet together. Exhale, forehead touching your knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Last round, Samastitihi. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Forehead touching your knees. Inhale, look forward, place your palm down, bend your knee. Exhale, walk or jump to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Open up your legs. Okay, downward dog, you have to open up your legs, your feet hip width distance apart. Knee straight. Okay, knee straight. Push your heel down to the ground. Push your shoulders in. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, jump or walk forward. Automatically feet together. Exhale, slowly touching your knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, sit down, relax, drink some water. Okay, how are you feeling? Good? Good. Okay. Today, as you see, I have no assistant, so I had to do it myself. So let me get some breath. Okay, so today we will be doing back bending asanas, okay? Back bending asanas, it's back bending asanas, but it's also hip opening, okay? It's 2 in 1. There's a lot of hip opening as well for this back bending. The name is called, it's called Ekapada Raja Kapotasana 2. Okay, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana 2. Okay, so this one, it's a very, very beautiful asana. It's a very beautiful, it means one-legged one-legged pigeon pose. No, one-leg king of pigeon pose. Okay, that's what it means. So it's going to be very beautiful, but before we start, we have to do some hip opening. Okay, so I wanted to talk about something. Okay, so my master always told me, yoga is 99% theory. I mean, it's written in our Yoga Sutras as well. Yoga is 99% theory, 1% practice. Okay, you can read all the theory, and still if you don't practice, you won't understand what they're trying to say. Okay, you can read, because you see, in the ancient, we follow Yoga Sutras. In the ancient days, it's written in our book, okay, do like this, do like this, do like this. There's no photo, there's no picture, nothing. It just says, okay, let's say, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Put your leg like this, bend your body like this, blah, 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 so and so. But there's no photos or nothing. So what happened? Our gurus, they took the scripture and they tried to execute the asana. What could it be? Okay, what could it be? So for sure they start one part and then they practice and practice and practice and practice and practice to master the asana, to make it's right. What the scripture is saying, they practice. Practice for hours, that one asana, they practice for hours. Am I doing this correctly? What could it be? Am I bending my back correctly? Am I stretching my hip correctly? So until today, we actually don't know. We actually don't know that if what the scriptures, the ancient scriptures say and what we do today is connected. There is no idea. But based on all the gurus who had so much of effort they've put in, so much of time they've put in to master this asana, for sure, I believe, and most of our gurus believe, it must be the right way. Okay, you see that 1% practice is not for anyone else. That 1% practice is for yourself. Okay, it's for yourself. I'll teach you, I'll guide you all. But for you all to understand this asana, you all have to execute it. You all have to put in your own effort to execute this asana. I learned a lot by practicing asanas, postures, okay, poses and all. I learned a lot about myself. Okay, there was once, last time when I first started began practicing asana. Okay, so I'll see I see my master, I went for a few, like there will be a few of them in my group, and I went for the class. Okay, so I see everyone executing it and I couldn't execute. So what happened? I pushed myself hard. I pushed myself until I tore a muscle in my leg. I tore a muscle. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Kurmasana. Okay, Kurmasana, the one you put your hand under your knee and push yourself down. So what happened was I injured myself. Then I understand. You see, these asanas are very, very precious. It always teaches you a lesson. When you're executing any asana, you have to go at your own pace. You cannot follow anyone else. Anyone else, when you look at someone, I want to be competition with them, you can't do that. It's not, first of all, it's not healthy, and also it's not good for you because you're putting your body under so much of pressure. First of all, when you're in competition, you're putting your mind under so much of pressure. Okay, your mind goes under so much of pressure, and because your mind is under so much of pressure, your body automatically goes under pressure because you're looking at them, you're seeing to your right side, you're saying to your left side, can I do this? Can I do like them? Can I be like them? Don't worry about it. What I would say based on my experience is don't worry about who can do it, who can't do it. Okay? It's not about your body type, it's not about the flexibility, anything. It's individual. The practice itself is very individual. It's a sacred practice, it's very individual. You go at your own pace. Sometimes you say, I will go slow, but I will achieve it. Okay, I'll go. Oh, you can be the, the rabbit and tortoise story. You can either be the rabbit, you can either be the tortoise. Both of them in the story, if you see, both of them had the will to win. They wanted to win. But the tortoise went slow and steady. The rabbit, he went so fast, he got exhausted, and he actually did not get exhausted. He got ego. Then he say, you know what, the tortoise was so slow, I can sleep under the tree. He had ego. Okay, so don't push yourself so much. There's no need to have competition. There's no need to have ego. There's no need to have anything because this is self-practice. It's about yourself. You have to understand your asana. You have to understand how your body works. Your body works in a way that I cannot tell you your body works like this. Okay, your muscle works like this. I cannot tell you, but I can guide you. The rest is in your hand. You have to understand how your body works. Only you will know only you will know where you feel the strain. Only you will know where you feel the tightness. Only you will know where you feel the pressure, the tension in your body. I wouldn't know. I will just guide you all. So when you feel this pressure, you feel this tension, relax, keep calm. Okay, keep calm and you say, okay, now I'm calm, I'll try it again. Sometimes you won't believe it. You try in class, cannot. Then you're sitting, go back home, you're sitting in front of the TV and say, okay, let me try now, nothing to do. And then suddenly can. Because you're in a state of calmness. Your mind is in the state of calmness, your muscle are not holding tension. When your muscle is not holding tension, it will follow you. You say, I want to do like this, your muscle will say, okay, let's do. Okay, so you have to cooperate. You have to cooperate with your body. It's very important to understand your body. Your mind, your body and soul, everything is one. Okay, it's one individual. Work together. Okay, work together. Always understand yourself first before you understand everyone else. All right? Okay. Come, today we'll go into our asanas. We got few asanas today, preparatory asanas before we go into our asana of the day. Okay, the first one will be downward dog. But this downward dog is a wide leg downward dog. Okay, it's a very good posture for shoulder opening, back bending, and also hip opening. Okay, I'll show you how. I'll show two ways. Pick up my watch. Okay. From here, actually, normal downward dog, like this, right? Just now we do in Astanga Surya Namaskar 8, like this. But now, what you have to do, you have to bring your leg wide. Okay, as wide as the mat. As wide as the mat. Okay, bring it as wide as the mat or also outside the mat, up to you. Okay, up to you. Okay, your hands is also wide as the mat. Okay, so what you're going to do here is, once you have done that, what you're going to do, you will push yourself in. Okay, your shoulders, push yourself in. Okay, push yourself in until Your head is down. My mat is slippery. I'll do it this way. Push yourself in until your head touches the floor. Okay? Until your head is touching the floor. Okay? Wide leg, downward dog. Okay. Push yourself down. Push yourself down. Slide your hand. Push your shoulders in. Okay? Then you stay here. We will stay for 10 counts. You will feel if your mat is slippery, you'll feel like you're sliding. You're sliding forward. Just keep adjusting your hand. Okay? Just keep adjusting your hand. Come, let's go into downward dog first, and then you open up your leg. As wide as the mat, open up your hand as wide as the mat. Try to push your shoulders in until your head touches the floor. Okay, push yourself in, push yourself in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15 counts, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, exhale, come out, child pose, counter pose, child pose. All right, next one. Next one. Give me a moment. Okay, next one, you will need a wall. Okay, if you have a wall, you use this wall. Okay, what we're going to do is, okay, you will stand up. Okay, you'll stand up, open your leg hip width distance apart, stand up. Oh, sorry. From here, you have to take 3 steps away. 3 steps away from the wall. Okay, 3 steps away from the wall. Then you place your palms on the wall. Okay, from here, your hip width distance apart, and then you have to push your back down. Like this. Okay, your hands on the wall, then you push yourself. Like that. If you can, if you want to increase your steps, better, because you will get more back bending. Okay, increase your steps, can also. Place your hands on the wall, then you try to bring your chest and chin to the wall. Okay, we will stay there. This one is for your upper back. It's for your upper back. Okay, come, let's try. You will feel like your shoulders are opening. Okay, go. Let's try, come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hands straight, 7. If your hands are not straight, you won't feel the stretch. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, counter pose. Come out, touch your toes. Try to touch your toes. Counter pose, just touch your toes. Okay, stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, come up. The next one is Prayankasana. We have done Prayankasana before. in our, we've done Prayankasana when we were doing Vivarita Dandasana in class last time. So, but this one is a bit different. Okay, this one is a bit different. Last time our Prayankasana will be leg straight. Okay, leg straight. No, sorry. Last time our Prayankasana will be from seated like this, and then we'll go down. And then we will go down like that. Okay, but now we are not concentrating on knees and thighs. We are concentrating on back. So you sit normal, Sukhasana. Sit normal in Sukhasana. Okay, you sit normally like this. Then what you'll do? Okay, then what you'll do? You lay down. Sit normal and then you lay down. Okay, you lay down first. Then you put your hand to the back. You put your hand to the back like this, and then push yourself up and place yourself on the crown, on your crown. Okay, push yourself up, place yourself on the crown. From here, you see your hand is normally here, but you will do this. Elbow to elbow, then you pull your elbow down. Pull your elbow down. If you feel you can increase your back bend, you increase your back bend. Okay, elbow to elbow, pull yourself down. Then you'll stay here for 20 counts. We'll stay here for 20 counts. This asana is very good for your upper back and lower back. Okay, so how you go in is how you come up. You lay down first. Push yourself up, you'll be on your crown. Okay, like this. Then you place your hand on your thigh. Okay, now elbow to elbow, hold both of your elbows, bring it on top, here, like that. Okay, you stay here for 20 counts, release. Once you're done, release, place your hand behind, and then release. Okay, release. Counter pose, hug your thighs. Counter pose, hug your thighs. Okay? All right, let's try Prayankasana. Come, let's try. Let's look how. Correct, Akka. Correct, everyone's doing good. Good. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Release, counter pose. Hug your thighs, hug your thighs. All right, come out. The next one, Ustrasana. Next one is Ustrasana. Camel pose. We have done this camel pose so many times already. Okay, kneeling down position. Kneeling down, hip width distance apart. Your knees have to be hip width distance apart. Don't be too close. You cannot open up your back. You will feel back pain. So open wide. If you want to open wider than your hips, you can also. Okay, open wider than your hips, you can, but slightly, not too much. All right. So kneeling down position, hip width distance apart. From here, okay, there's two versions. One is the beginners, one is the intermediate. The beginners, you usually normally tuck your toe. Okay, normally tuck your toe. And it is very important to place your palms on your back. Place your palms on your lower back. Thumb hugging the sides of your waist. Hugging the sides of your waist. From here, you have to push yourself in. Okay? Okay, so the first one is you tuck your toe, push yourself in front. Your hip goes in front first, and then you release your hand, hold your hips. If you have to keep pushing your hip forward, keep raising your chest. Okay, keep raising your chest, keep pushing your hip forward. Okay, this is the beginners. If you feel this one is very easy for you, you want to challenge yourself more, place your feet flat. Then same technique, you can either do which one you choose, you can do. Okay, place your hand, lower back, push yourself in front, and then you grab a hold of your heel. But you cannot drop. You see a lot of them always do trees. But you have to push your hip in front. Then you'll feel your lower back engaging, you'll feel your chest open. You'll feel 2 in 1. Okay? You have to keep pushing your hip forward. Don't do this. You won't feel it and you're putting too much of pressure on your shoulder. Okay? You have to keep pushing. Okay? Let's do, come. Let's execute the asana, camel pose, Ustrasana. Okay, come, let's do. Correct, Irene. Keep pushing your hip up. Okay, good. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hip up. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Counter pose, child pose. Counter pose, child pose. Go into child pose. All right. Come. Okay. The next one is called as Anjaneyasana. Okay, Anjaneyasana. Okay, this pose is called Anjaneyasana. It's a long story, but there's a story behind why this pose is called this, but I'll tell it in another class. Today we still have a lot of preparatory asana to cover, okay? So I'll tell it in the other class. Okay, this one, you may feel like your knees will hurt, but what you can do is, you can double up your mat. Okay, you can double up your mat. Like my mat is already doubled up. Okay, so remember we'll do an Hatha Surya Namaskar. Same thing. You bring one leg in front and then the other leg to the back. Okay, the other leg to the back. Normally in Hatha Surya Namaskar we do this. Okay, this is Anjaneyasana. Okay, so how we'll do this pose now? This one is hip opening and shoulder opening, 2 in 1. Okay, so I'll show you all how to do this pose. Like this. First, you will do the Hatha Surya Namaskar, Anjaneyasana like this. Normally, we'll open up our chest, isn't it? Now, I'll show this way. You have to push your hips down. Okay, you have to push. If you're here, you have to push down, push down, push down. You see? See my knees? See my hip? Okay, from here, we normally open up. Then, now you hold elbow to elbow above your head, push it down. Look up. Look up. Okay, look up. So why we doing this is the gravity. You are pushing yourself behind. This hand is at the back. There's more weight. So when there's more weight, your hips will go down, and you feel like your inner groin opening. Your inner groin will be opening. From here, look up. You'll stay for 10 counts. Okay, 10 counts. Come. Then you come out. Go into child pose first. Come out, go into child pose. Then we'll do the other way. Okay, we'll do the other way, other side. Up. Come, let's do. Let's try, come. All right, come, let's do. Elbow to elbow, hands elbow to elbow. Hands hold elbow to elbow. Malaraka, elbow to elbow like this. Push behind, push behind. Feel a bit pain. Okay, stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Child pose. It's all this asana can use as a preparatory asana for splits also. It's one of the asana we practice in order to achieve splits. Okay, come up, switch legs. Come up, switch legs. Do the other leg. Akka, I only put. Akka, I put you. Alright, switch legs. To the other side. Okay, good. Let's do. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Good job. Everyone did it. Everyone execute the asana. Good job. Child pose. See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up. Okay, now I'll teach you all a variation of Anjani Asana. Just now is different. Now is a reverse variation. So what we'll do, like same thing just now. Just now we brought our legs in front and then we push down. But now we won't be pushing down. Okay, our leg will stay like this. Our leg will remain like this. From here, okay, from here you bend your behind leg. Okay, now if your left leg is at the back, your right hand, hold your left leg. Okay, hold your left leg and then your one more hand, hold the other leg. You balance first and then you hold. You may feel like your knee is hurting. You need a pillow or double up your mat, triple up your mat, up to you. Okay, up to you. All right, like this. From here, okay, from here, first you bend down, you grab a hold of your feet. Then you come up. Pull your leg as close as possible to your buttocks. Okay, to your buttocks, like this. Look in front. Then we will switch the other leg. Okay, towel, cloth, whatever. Okay, whichever. You can triple up your mat also, no problem. Okay. Hold your ankles, pull yourself, push yourself to the buttock. Okay, stay. Come, let's do. Okay, come, let's execute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Release. Switch legs. Switch legs. All right. Grab a hold of your ankle. Bring it close to you. All right. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. Relax. Come up. Come out. Okay, the next one I'm going to teach you all is called Laghu Vajrasana. Okay, Laghu Vajrasana. I've not teach this before, okay? There's two ways to go into this Laghu Vajrasana. Okay, there's two ways. Okay. From here, I'll be kneeling down. Okay, kneeling down. Knee, hip width distance apart. or slightly more. Okay, so what we are going to do now is, you will bend and hold like your camel pose. Okay, you hold like your camel pose, or you want to hold your calf, you can hold your calf. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, it's up to you. All right, from here, you'll bend your elbow, you'll go all the way down. Place yourself on the ground. Okay, place yourself on the ground. From here, hold your calf. Okay, that's one way. But this is the harder way to go in. Okay, it's the harder way to go in because you need control of your back. You need to have back power, back strength. Okay, so there is one more way to go into this pose as well. Easier version. From down we'll go up. Okay, so normally I'll have teach you all how to sit in Vajrasana. Remember, open up your leg, your heels by the side of your hip, and then your bum in the middle. Okay, you do not sit on your heels. Correct? Like this. Okay, that's the pose. All right. So when you do this, seated like this already, you go down flat. Okay, go down flat. From here, you place your elbows to the back and then you push yourself up. Push yourself up, then hold your ankle. Hold your ankle, calf, knee. Okay, like this. Two things. One is going from down. Yeah, you know how we do chakrasana? Same thing. Place your hands to the back. Come on your crown first. And then lift your hip. Crown first, lift your hip. Place one hand on your knee, thigh, calf, and then the other hand. Okay, this is Laghu Vajrasana. Then come up. Counter pose is child pose. So there's two ways we can go. One is from in front, dropping to the back. One more is from the back, you come up. So the easier version is from down, you're coming up. Okay. If you want to try this from kneeling down, you drop back, you have to have controlled movement. Use your strength, use your muscles. Okay, use your strength, use your muscle, grab a hold of your calf. Going down, you have to bend your elbows, open up your elbows. Open up your elbows, slowly bring yourself down. Push yourself nicely, hold your, okay? Come up, how you come up? Hold your ankles, elbow down, use it as a support to come up. Okay, and then counter pose, child pose. All right, we'll do it 10 counts. Try, come, let's try. Let's try. Slowly, do slowly. Don't worry about anything. Okay, Malaraka, correct. Now you have to lift your hip up, Malaraka. Hip. Yes. Some more. Put your hand to the back first, like Chakrasana. Correct. Some more. Very nice. Okay. Stay. 1. Okay, you all try. I count for Malaraka first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, Aga, come out. All right, come out. You do child pose. Counter pose, child pose. Let's do. Come try. Pavitra. Okay, I'm looking at you. Okay, good. Push your hips higher. Hand push your chest higher, like Chakrasana. Remember, you have to push yourself up. Hips higher. Push your hip up. Okay. Now, try to hold your ankles. Try to hold your ankle. Place on your thigh first. Okay, now hold your calves or your ankle, whichever. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come out slowly. Okay, hold your ankle and come up. Hold your ankle, elbows down. Okay, now pull yourself up. Okay, counter pose, child pose. The rest, siapa nak cuba, siapa nak cuba. This is back bending, okay? I will go into the next one. It's called, before we go into Ekapada Raja Kapotasana 2, we'll go into Pashwa Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, which is a side version of the initial pose. Okay, so both is very, very beautiful. This Pashwa Ekapada Raja Kapotasana 2 and also Ekapada Kapotasana 2. Both is a very beautiful asana. I'll show you all how. Okay, so we still need to double up the mat, or you need a pillow, anything. All right, how we are going to do this pose is like this. Okay, it's like how we do the Anjaneyasana. Remember, it's like how we do the Anjaneyasana. This. Am I on spotlight for all of you? Can see me? Okay, so like same thing, how we do the Anjaneyasana. Push your leg forward. Okay, so now your body just normally will look in front. So now your body have to look sideways a bit. Okay, sideways a bit, like this, sideways. Then you bend your knees, bring it close to you. Bend your knees, bring it close to you. You have to push your hip down. Then you bring your leg, your feet to your elbow crease. Okay, then from here, sorry. Okay. Elbow crease, bend your knees first. Bend your knees, push yourself down. You have to come down to bring your feet to your elbow crease. From here, twist to your side. Twist to your side. This hand, grab a hold of this one. Okay? This is sideways. Sideways, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. So first, Anjaneyasana, and then you turn to your side. Correct? First, Anjaneyasana, turn to your side. Then from here, bend your knee. Bring your feet to your elbow, please. Okay? Then this hand behind your head, behind your neck. Then look to your side. Come, try. Let's try. Irene, you have to open up your leg more. Malaraka, you also have to open up more. Okay. Gayatri Akka, I think your leg, one leg you have to be on your feet. Anjaneyasana, like this. Right? Are you like this? I can't see. Oh, no, other one. See, one leg is on your feet, one leg is knee down. Yes, correct. Okay. Malaraka, very nice. Yes. Bring it to your elbow crease. Push yourself down. Nice, Gayatri, almost there. Pavitra, very nice, very nice, very nice. Come, Irene, try your best. Be patient, be calm. Yes, it's tight. I think hamstring tight. Hamstring tightness, you'll feel that. You don't have to stay long, You don't have to stay long. It's just all this touch and go poses. You try the other side, guys. You have to open up your leg really wide a bit. Push your hips down. Yes, now ankle. Or your ankle. Your feet has to come to your elbow crease. So you use your other hand to pull your leg in first. Pull your leg in first. Okay, your hand comes behind your neck. Okay, nice, nice. Nice, guys. Everybody did good. Come out. Come out. Okay, everyone did good. Excellent. Okay, now I will show you all Ekapada Raja Kapotasana 2. Okay, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana 2. How we execute this asana? Same techniques, but it's very important for you all to push your hips down because I noticed this. Okay, what I notice is your knee down, up like this. So you all are trying to grab a hold of your leg when you all are up. This one is different pose. So you have to push your knee, your hips down. This is our pose. Then you try to grab a hold of your leg. From here, you try to grab a hold of your leg and you're trying to do mermaid pose. Okay, so that is not the asana. So push your hips down. Push your hips down first. Then you try to do the asana. Okay, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana 2. How we do this? Same techniques. Okay. From here, you have to push your hip down. Still, push your hip down. Okay, push your hip down. Then your right hand will go and, your right hand will go and hold your feet. Okay, how it hold your feet? You hold your feet outwards like that. It hold your feet outwards. All right, like that. Outwards. Then you have to twist your elbow up. Twist your elbow up. So our main thing now is we have to try to twist our elbow up. Okay, from here, you can put your hand down, balance yourself, grab a hold of your feet first. Grab a hold of your feet, and then you have to twist your elbow. Twist your elbow, other hand, hold this. Okay? We try this first. We try one hand, and then we can slowly do the other hand. Okay? Open up your leg. Open up your leg. Elbows down. Push your hip down. Okay, push your hip down. Now your hand will go and hold your feet. Okay, hand go hold your feet. Twist it up. Then the other hand. Okay? Try. Let's try. Come. Twist your elbow. The elbow twisting is very important. From here, okay, from here, twist your elbow up. You have to open up your hips. Malaraka, elbow up. Twist your elbow up. Try to twist your elbow up. Pavitraka, you have to push your hips down some more. You're too high. You have to push it down. Yes. Now you hold your leg. Okay, now you twist your elbow up. Hold your big toe. Twist your elbow. Balance. You can do it against the wall if you always feel like falling. You can also do it against the wall. Okay, good, good. Okay, try to put your leg flat down. You're on your toes. That's why it's hard. Feet flat, feet flat. Yes, bring it in front some more. Bring in front some more. Okay. Yes. All right. Balance yourself. Okay, now your elbow have to twist. Hips down, Irene. Hips down. Pavitraka, hips have to go forward. Some more, some more, some more, some more. Okay, good. Okay, come. I'll show one more time. I'll show one more time. It's a homework for all of you, okay? It will be a homework. Try this at home. It's a very beautiful asana. It's a very, very beautiful asana. So, same. You open up your hip. You see, I noticed this. Okay, you open up your hip. You all are trying to grab a hold of your feet here. And then you try to twist. It won't twist. It won't happen, okay? That's why I'm asking, push your hip down. Push your hip down first. From here, grab a hold of your feet. You see, I'm holding my big toe. I'm holding my big toe. From here, your elbow, you see my elbow, it will go outwards. It will twist like that. Okay, from here, I'm holding here like this. This elbow, twist, bring it up. Holding here, twist, twist, bring it up like this. This is how I'll be holding my feet. Show you all. Okay, now you see. I think this way better. Balance yourself, grab a hold of your big toe. Okay, push yourself down. Now you twist. Twist your elbow. Twist your elbow, grab a hold. Look in front. Okay, look in front. This elbow is very important. If you twist the elbow only, you can go lower. You can open up your chest. Sorry. Okay. Bring your hip down. Okay. Now twist your elbows. Up. Hold your big toe. Just hold your big toe is enough. Only hold your big toe is enough. Okay, everyone, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, try this homework. Try this at home. If it's physical, I can adjust you all. I'll know how to adjust because I know I can see the mistake, but physically I cannot adjust. You see, I can see the mistake very well. Can see what's happening, but I cannot adjust because I'm not there. That's why. It's just the elbow movement. It's only the elbow, nothing else. This hand movement, the elbow twisting up is very important. Important to deepen our back bend. That's when we can really push our chest forward, both hands can move. Okay, both hands will come upwards actually, behind you. Not like this. Like this is different than like this. Okay, there's two different. This one is sideways. This one is up, behind. So there's two different movement. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. So that's all for today. I'll post this video on YouTube. Keep looking. Keep looking at how I do it. Keep rewinding and keep learning. Okay? Listen to everything. All right? Okay, guys. So that's all for today's class. I'll see you all in our next class. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all had a great session. All right? Namaskar. I'll see you all in our next class. Bye-bye. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay at home. Okay? Practice yoga every day. Bye.